It's hard to get things rolling, get things started.
Yeah, I mean the start is probably the hardest part.
Yeah, because I don't have no intro plan, no really.
Yeah, that's why I kind of set up like an intro for myself on I Lost My Shit. Like I just want everything to start the same way, so it feels more familiar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Okay. Well, I think I'm just gonna get started by saying, like, our come up, me and you, with like video and photography. Because remember back in Mexico when we had that cheap ass camera?
Yeah, yeah,
That camera was yours.
yeah. So that camera it wasn't like cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like cheap is like Fuji fucking like. Am I allowed to curse?
Yeah.
Okay, so like cheap is like those Fuji like garbage like those ones that say like 4K on the side. Yeah, the ones that say like 4K on the side of them. That to me is like cheap. The one that we had was a solid like DSLR. It was a good starter.
Yeah.
But it was definitely cheap in like retrospect now.
When you look at like how much cameras are,
Yeah,
like up in the thousands, I'm saying like it was probably around under $400, right?
It was like $400 at the time. It was $400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
I got it for $400 off of because at the time it was Nikon D3600, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was the first camera I got. And I was able to get it for a discount too. The normal price was like $600. And at the time, it was like the newest model of Nikon's like starter lineup. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to get it for like $450 because what was it? It was like when you're in school, you get like the what is it called? You know how you can go on those websites and you put in like your what school you go to and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they give you like student discounts.
Yeah.
I was able to get it from like $5.99 down to like $4.50. And that was the first one that we had.
Yeah. I remember we would just always be out together, partying, doing our thing. But we also always had like a creative, artistic side to us. Like we always wanted to like capture it in high quality. We always had like some idea that we wanted to have something good.
Yeah.
And when you had it and I was always around you, I was like, I really fucked with it. I was really picking it up. And then you were going more on the music side. So you were like, I'm going on the music side. You seem like you like the camera.
Yeah.
You can have it.
Yeah.
And and then we could just use it together.
Yeah.
And I think that is what started me doing video and photo like big time.
Yeah.
Just because I had that one, and then we went to Mexico, and it was a bad time.
I mean, we had so much fun, but we were just like so young and irresponsible with such like a key component of like what held so much power for us, you know?
Yeah.
Like it held all of our pictures and videos that we were just bullshitting doing, you know? It held all of it. And and we had a buddy that just was just out of his mind and decided that it wasn't that meaningful for us.
Yeah, he ended up taking the camera out of the locker that we had it in, and he lost it in a taxi. That's what he told us, but I'm not sure if that's actually what happened.
Yeah, honestly, he could have sold it that night to any Mexican guy. If we're being honest, bro.
Yeah.
He could have sold it to the club. He could have sold it to any Mexican guy.
You're right. I don't know. But
yeah, I mean,
yeah, that happened, and I was like, fuck, we don't have a camera no more.
Uh-huh.
And so there I go, Facebook Marketplace, looking for another Nikon.
Yeah, I remember that. You got another one, another starter, huh? Starter camera?
Another starter one. I think it was the D3200. It was one even cheaper than yours.
Than that one. Yeah, I remember.
But the thing about my first camera was,
oh man, that one that I had, dude, it wasn't bad. It was like Bluetooth. It was perfect for just like shooting shit. Like if you had your friends around, just shooting them. Like, bro, it was Bluetooth compatible to the phone. You straight up got all your pictures directly to the phone, any video directly to the phone.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, of course, when you're paying less than $1,000, you're not gonna. I mean, you could pay probably like $700-800 and get a good camera, but I think anything less than 1,000, you're not gonna get like the quality that you really, really want. But like with that, it was perfect for us. Like it was just like we were just bullshitting around with it, you know, and just having fun.
Yeah, what I think about that is, you know, when you're becoming a videographer and a photographer, you have to know certain things about the camera in order to get good. You got to know about ISO, aperture, and shutter speed. You got to know all that stuff. And just to have something to start off and learn is perfect. You know, no matter what price it is, try to get the best photo you can out of something that you can work with. You know,
that's vital.
Yeah, so I bought my camera, and then I was out. Just my first step was go outside, take a picture of some flowers of a bird.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I feel like it's so funny that you say that because I look on like OfferUp and like Facebook Marketplace and eBay and things like that. People that are reselling their camera stuff, because I'm always looking to try to buy more shit too. But I always find it funny how people that sell their stuff, they're selling everything in bulk. Like they're just like, all right, I'm done with cameras. Like I'm done. I'm selling the camera, the lights, the lens, everything. Like I don't want nothing to do with cameras. And I think it's a big part of it is they think, all right, I have all this money, I'm gonna go all out. But then you get the stuff and you don't know what the fuck you're doing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these dudes, they're buying like the whole shit, like the real shindig, but they don't know what they're doing with it. And then they get intimidated and they're like, all right, I'm just going to sell it for whatever.
Yep.
You know?
And yeah, I got my Nikon bag I still use from that first guy, from the D3200. And I upgraded. Well, so what I was saying was I got started off by taking pictures of stuff outside. I got started off like taking pictures of a birdhouse, flowers, just anything, looking, oh shit, this picture is actually pretty nice. And then so I got off the fucking porch, went to a fucking rap show. It was the boy, Phoenix Flexing, Sean F. And I got in the crowd, I got to the front, started taking pictures of these guys. Then I met some rappers in the crowd. And I did a music video for the rappers I met in the crowd.
Yeah.
And then from that,
what was that like? Was that super intimidating your first time?
No.
Or were you just kind of like whatever happens?
No, I went in a big red sweatshirt with braids in, taking pictures. It was cool.
Well, not like the event itself intimidating.
Yeah. I'm
talking about just like your first time going and like trying to get like actual like professional shots.
No, it was something fun, something solo, you know, just something
there was no
by
pressure.
myself.
There was no pressure, right?
No pressure. I didn't have nothing to turn into nobody.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like when you start moving forward in your photography career, then it becomes more deadlines and turning in like quality work for somebody, and then it's more pressure.
Yeah, that was just me trying to get my foot in the door. So yeah, I took photos of these rappers, posted on my Instagram, got a music video, and then Hunter, I did a music video for him. Now people know I do music videos.
Yeah.
And then slowly, people with more recognition start hitting me up, and I start, making money off of it, not even knowing that I can make money off of this video stuff.
Yeah.
And then after that, a whole new world opened up, you know? It was cool. And then I realized, okay, I could take portraits of people. I could take event recaps. So yeah, I did an event recap for DJ Alex. I saw his Instagram. Yeah. I realized, okay, his videography has right now, I think I could do something a little better or even equal. So I went, I did a video for him at the Palace.
Yeah.
And I went hard on the edits, and then I was in there. I met him. met him and Mike, and from that I felt like, because he knows a lot of people, then my ad name got out there more. And so just by like even taking like a small step, it ends up just snowballing into bigger and bigger things. Yeah. It was really cool to go from like not making money to making money. It's really cool. And
I think like you said, like the key is to just start. Like no matter how you feel or where you at, like you're never gonna feel like the starting, like you're never gonna feel like it's the right time to start. You just gotta start, you know?
Yeah.
You just gotta go. Because if you wait too long, then your time is up, you know?
Yeah. And that's why I say investing in yourself is really, really important.
Yeah.
Because when you invest in yourself, you buy a piece of equipment that can potentially open up more doors for you.
Yeah.
You could begin making money and begin finding something you're passionate about. Like me, we invested in ourselves by buying a camera. Now there's a new world that I could go into, and I found a passion for it. Like it can be about anything. A painter can buy a paintbrush and a canvas.
Yeah.
A landscaper can buy a lawnmower.
A rapper can buy a microphone and a laptop.
Yep.
Like that's all it is, you know?
And then once you invest in yourself, it snowballs into something bigger. And you really got to pay to play inside this world. You got to buy something and then provide a service in order to make money off of it.
Life is a gamble.
Yep.
You got to buy in.
Yep, you got to buy in. So, yeah. And so I've found myself in like kind of a limbo state because I've been trying to dabble into everything. Music videos, portrait photography, event recaps. There's weddings. There's everything you could do with the camera.
Yeah.
And so people are usually saying something like find your niche, hone down on one certain thing, like do car videos only, do weddings only.
Honestly, I feel some type of way about that.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like you shouldn't, I don't know. It's kind of hard to be like, if you're like a true like creative person, it's hard to just like contain yourself to just one lane ever in anything that you do ever. Photography, rapping, singing, whatever. If you're like a true creative person, because like if you think about like a singer and they just do R&B, like they might not be the most creative person, but they have a great voice and they're able to write a song, you know? So they're able to make this song, great voice, but it's like they'll just stick to the R&B because that's what they can do. A true like creative person, it's so hard to keep them in that lane because they're just like, all right, what's next? Like let's branch off into let's do something crazy. Like let's not even music anymore. Let's be an actor. Let's do this. Like being like a creative person is just crazy. Yeah. You're constantly just like your meters like this just going crazy. You're ready for the next thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When you're creative, I think that can really like show your versatility, you know?
I think everybody has creativity in them, but it's like some people more than others are for sure tapped in with like a whole different level of creativity. And it definitely like shows when you see things like on the internet and things like that. Like it's no doubt.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is like the putting yourself in a box to only do one certain thing is kind of hard for me. So I'm kind of trying to go inside the social media strategist role. So I could help, or it's not even only social media, it's digital marketing, video, commercial type of stuff. And so it's basically me going to a business and helping them out, or a person helping them out make their image look better. So social media strategist is basically like writing an essay and then handing it to a professor to proofread it, to check if you have all the punctuation right, all the grammar right. They could look at the paper and tell you what's wrong. So I could look at your website, your Instagram page, and see your post and see your activity, see your following, and say, maybe you could do this better. Maybe you could post more consistently.
Yeah, dude, you can go on like Fiverr and hire people to do shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they guarantee, oh, we'll grow your account by so many followers or 200,000 followers within the next 3 months or, you know?
Yeah.
And people pay for that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's guaranteed, like if people actually do, but there's definitely a market.
What I want to do is offer photo and video along with it, not just strategy, because those people will offer strategy and some type of AI system to like boost you.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'm gonna be there with your business. I'm gonna give you a plan. I'm gonna take photos myself, take video myself, and make your whole brand and your image look better.
Yeah.
That is more wholesome than giving you an AI strategy bot to boost your followers. I want to help your whole brand look better.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm getting into. And
we're at 17 minutes on here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Let me check the camera. What?
All right. Where do we leave off?
Basically, social media strategy, helping people's brand.
Yeah. Honestly, there's a market for it. There's a market for helping people grow their social media, because in the day and age that we're living in, bro, everybody wants to be a social media influencer. So many people. But it's like, it's a weird one, because it's like I don't want to say you have to be talented, because everybody can be talented, or I don't know.
It's like this. It's like this. It's someone from the outside looking in. When you're doing your own thing, you may not think that your shit smells. You know? When it's someone from the outside looking in, they could tell you from a objective or a subjective point of view how your shit looks, you know?
Well, let me tell you this. Okay, so let me give you an example. So let's say you're what are you calling it?
Social media strategist.
Social media strategist. Let's say you're a social media strategist, a local business that does barbecue chicken. They're saying, Meezy, we need you to come in here, get our social media right. We're not getting nobody in the restaurant. Nobody. This shit sucks. We're losing money. This is not. We think that social media is the reason why. You're like, all right, let me boost your followers. This and that. You help them out, but in reality, all it was the chicken is shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a tough place to be as a social media guy, because you can't help the product. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with like a rapper. Like if the rapper's music isn't reaching the masses, and you're trying to help their social media grow, like that's tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if a singer is like delusional and can't actually sing, but is saying, I want to grow big, I'll pay you however much money to grow my shit big. You know?
Yeah, that could probably come into like talking with the owner or whoever it is, saying you got to tell them if your product is good, if you're
but the thing is,
it
like,
hits home to them, and it's kind of offensive in a way.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a thin line. You're either risking getting let go from that job, then being like, oh, you don't know nothing about chicken, get out of here.
Yeah.
Or them being like, okay, I'll take the constructive criticism. But it's like, either way, you're like, in your mind, you're like, do I stay and just keep making this money? Or do I be honest about it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a weird one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Like, what if like the beauty queen?
But the thing is,
what if this girl wants to be a beauty queen, but she's busted, and you're taking photos of her, and she's just tore up.
Yeah.
You can't do much editing to help her out, you know? You gotta just give them to her, you know?
Yeah.
So that's when it's like, okay, it's not me.
Yeah.
It's them. I did my best.
That's what I was about to say. I guess it's just a matter of you just realizing, you know, you did your job and they couldn't do theirs. So.
Yeah. But yeah, it's basically sales. You're selling yourself, selling your service. You're trying to convince someone to buy something that they need.
Yeah.
And it's just sales, you know. You got you can learn how to do photo, you can learn how to do video, but then you have to learn how to network and be a salesman. You have to learn how to have a good look yourself, be trustworthy, and have people feel like you know what you're doing, you know?
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff to do, but it's what I like doing. I like helping people out.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, it is really like a I don't know the words for it, but I guess the best way to explain it is just like it's helping someone like really like reach their dream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so I guess there is benefit, but it's just hard because a lot of people could be delusional and be like, "Oh yeah, one day I want to just open up a cat shop and just sell cats." You know, and they're not going to make shit.
Mm-hmm.
But you're over here like supporting the business by helping them grow their social media, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, I mean, there's no profit in selling cats, right?
Mm-hmm. When I was like growing up, you know, we were like kind of like, what did you drink? Okay, but when we were growing up, we were kind of like anti-corporate, anti-establishment, kind of like, you know, just do what you want to do type
Still
stuff.
Still am.
So when I look at marketing, when back in those days, I used to look at marketing as like the matrix, the machine. And so in my head, I wouldn't see myself doing this back then. But now when I actually got into it, I could see the other side that this is helping people give out their dreams.
Yeah.
Letting people know that it's helping people show what they love to do. They don't have people to come and spread their business. So they could hire me so it could be documented, because it's if
I like that you said that, because if we're being honest, like back in the day, before the internet, you had to get signed. Let's say you're like a rapper. You had to get signed by a label. You're giving away pretty much the rights to your likeness, to your songs, to your albums, to be able to be put on billboards, to put on the news, put on MTV. Now it's like you hire a guy like you and you get all the social media exposure that you need. You don't need to give away all your rights to your likeness and all the rights to your music and all this shit. You can be completely independent, hire independent contractors to help you grow your business, grow your social media, grow your art, whatever the fuck, you know?
Yep.
Now that's the way it is, but back then you got to think about it, like before internet, bro, like you had to give away everything. There was probably local businesses that were giving away probably a share of their whole entire like company, their local business, just so that they would help them grow, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reality of what it was. But now it's so much different, and I think that it's like you said, we used to think of it as like the machine. The machine was coming in, taking their portion, and they would help you. But now you're just kind of like, I'll help you, but for a price.
Yeah. So another way I was looking at it was marketing is basically trying to convince you to buy stuff, be a consumer, that stuff that you don't need. It's just like kind of brainwashing people, advertisements all day, like convincing you to buy stuff you don't need. But when you get into it, and these businesses aren't like big corporations like Amazon, but these are like mom and pop shops, that is different than convincing someone to buy another Apple product.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking like marketing was trying to just take money out of people's pockets. But now I see it as helping people's dream get out there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like this avenue that I'm going in because it lets me do a lot of different stuff. It lets me to use all my skills, but under one title, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's one thing. And yeah, about like I started off by not knowing anybody. I was just I did know people, and that's the point. I knew my friends and I knew my family.
Mm-hmm.
And so from that point, you have a starting base.
Mm-hmm.
If your friend does music, you can collaborate with them to get your foot in the door. If your friend has a business, you can help them out. So in order to like get started and start networking, you have to look at who's at home that you could help out. And then once you do that, it's off to the races. You have started. And there's like a point I want to bring up that networking or the world is really smaller than people think it is. People are very connected. Like most people are 2 handshakes away from knowing someone that's a millionaire. So you know someone, son, that is someone that at a higher level in this world. All you have to do is talk to the son, get connected to the father, and then you could get to that place. Everyone is connected somehow. You just have to you have to realize that there's opportunity, and you have to realize that you have to go out there and make those connections, you know?
Yeah, no doubt. It's like you said, the world is smaller than you think. Everybody's real integrated. I mean, like that's why people flock to big cities when they want to pursue things like that. They flock to big cities because they think they're going to get connected to somebody, whoever has some sort of grip on what they want. They're hoping to get connected, you know?
Yeah, and you have to understand that you can't go to people that are very busy in their life and ask for a handout. You have to go to them and give them something. Once you give someone something, then they feel like they have to give you something back. So if you go and you give someone something for free, and then later on you ask them for a favor, they're going to feel more inclined to give you that favor.
Yeah.
And that's why starting out doing free shoots or just doing free things by helping people out, they'll become your friend.
Yeah.
And they'll become your friend before a business partner. And that's really helped me out by meeting more people and where I'm at right now.
Yeah. No doubt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think that's all I want to say. I think we have a good video. I just wanted to have like a serious conversation and, probably start more videos like this with people that are successful, people that are doing what they're doing,
Yeah.
So that was it for this conversation. Let me know if you guys like this and if you want me to talk to anyone else in the Fresno area or anywhere in California. I'm down to talk to them. This conversation is about self-improvement, and it's about success, and it's about bettering yourself. And I just want to have serious conversations and get people's experiences broadcasted. So yeah, thank you. Like and subscribe, comment. Let me know if you guys like this. See you later.